Bada beam, bada boom. SpaceX is looking bullish, but it got rejected at $150. Again, here's why that's important. This is the 5-minute chart. You can see we've got this nice up and to the right. We call it a pace of accumulation. But when we zoom out to the daily chart, we can clearly see that 150 is going to give this stock a little bit of trouble. This is where we open here on the day of its IPO. And this is where we've now been rejected twice on the stock. There's some psychology around that. I had shared earlier that I was chatting with the cashier just down the street. He's like, Micah, I bought SpaceX right here the day of its IPO. I'm feeling sour. I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm underwater. I just want to get back to break even and I'm going to close the trade. And I think that psychology goes right across the board with a lot of people and how they've been feeling about this, especially those who bought here, right? They've been underwater. They're not feeling great about it. And if it can get back to break even, they're going to go ahead and close their position. Now, here's what I think. The fact that we broke above the high here at 144 is a really good sign. I had shared in last night's video. I think this could push us up to $150. But now that we hit that level, gosh, we really need to get back above 150. If we can, we've got a lot of upside. But if we can't, here's what I'm watching going forward. I'm actually zooming into the 5-minute. Okay, I'm using the Heiken Ashi, and I'm using the MACD. The MACD is such a great technical indicator on the daily, on the weekly, on the 5-minute, on the 30-minute. I really wouldn't bet against it. Here's what I'm looking at right now. Generally, we get a big move in SpaceX in the first hour of the day, matched and paired with directionality of the MACD. Notice during this big upward cycle from 138 all the way to 149, it was paired with a wonderful MACD cross. Just like wines paired with cheese and food, it's the same thing. You don't want to bet against this. Now what happens is after about an hour into the day, we start fading, we start going sideways, right? This is where it's going to eat you up if you're trying to trade it. This is where the MACD is doing a counter move, fading all day long. Now here's something interesting. The MACD crossed to the bulls right at the end of the day, something I'm watching closely for tomorrow. Okay, so you really want to use that MACD. It's going to help you a ton if you're a directional trader. Again, it works across all time frames. Now, I also want to cover Tesla. I want to cover, I got 4 stocks actually. Bitcoin, I'm going to use GBTC. I also want to cover the XLE because it's been flying. Money doesn't leave the market, it just rotates. Okay, so something spooky happened here on Tesla. Check this out. This is very interesting. I'm actually going to zoom into a 1 minute on this one just to kind of show you what happened. Check this out. I haven't seen this happen for a while. The stock went from 340 all the way to 345 in just a couple of minutes and then immediately faded back down. This was an $8 move from high to low, folks, in like 10 or 15 minutes. The stock closed down about $3. I had shared before that as long as we're below this threshold, which is here on Tesla, I'm a little nervous about it. It needs to get back above 342, 343. Now, let's play out a couple scenarios. When we have a tall wick like this and we move back up into the wick, that is super bullish, like 11 out of 10 bullish. So here's what I'm going to say. If Tesla can get back up into this wick and push 350, I'm going to call that like an 11 out of 10 bullish. If it can't, right, if it continues to get rejected here at 242, 243, I'm thinking we're pulling back. Now the MACD, I'm going to keep pressing this, folks. The MACD is such an important momentum indicator. It works so well. It's been bullish now, coming all the way back here to the 6th of August. It's been very, very bullish. We're still moving up, right? You can see that cross here. When we backtest this strategy, I want to show you this really quickly. It's super important. If you're into data, you're going to love this. But what I'm basically doing is I'm backtesting the MACD crossing. I know it's silly, and I know it's simple, but just those 2 little lines crossing is a fantastic indicator for Tesla. The risk reward is 3.7, which means the average gain is 3.7 times the average loss. 21% average gain, 5% average loss. It's a fantastic strategy, and it's outperforming the stock. Okay, so I got some questions about selling covered calls in Tesla. A lot of people are curious about that. My thinking is that if you're a long-term shareholder in Tesla, you want to sell calls when the MACD goes bearish, right? Or when we start a bearish payday cycle, not when the MACD is bullish and not when the green bars of the Heiken Ashi are green. you're more likely that you're going to lose your stock if you're selling calls unless you're way out of the money. But if you really, really want to sell calls to cash flow your stock, use the MACD as the proxy for that of when you're getting in and when you're getting out. You're going to have a lot of success with that. Okay, now next up, I want to look at Bitcoin. I got some questions about that. I'm going to use, I'm going to use GBTC for this. Now here's some things that I'm watching for this as well. We're compressing, we're forming a pennant.